today's class, we're going to need, good morning, everyone. For today's class, we're going to need a foam roller. Marian, keep both of your foam rollers, the short one and the other one that you have. A block, a noodle, and a couple of small weights. My weights probably are about 3 pounds. So whatever you have will be okay. Before we get started, the most important thing, whether you're doing big weights or little weights, using your own body's weight, hugging your muscles as if you have resistance, is going to give you way quicker results with more benefits. So learning how to work your body is going to allow you to create that much more stability. Okay, so the important part is that wherever we are in the practice, visualize someone is pulling you down or up, and then you resisting your own, rather than just lifting your arms like so. Even if I have a weight, it really doesn't have the same benefits. When you use your mass with resistance, you have way more power, and now you're creating your whole body is working as one unit. Okay, that's the very essence of my teachings. You've done it long enough, but I always like to remind you, if we're doing legs, same thing. Imagine you have an imaginary band, but even if we had that band, you're resisting from your bone all the way out to your skin. So kind of like all the layers of your tissue are coming together, okay? So with all of that, if you have any limitations and you feel that something is not working for you, either take a break. Sometimes if we get fatigued, and I analyze this a lot because my body is not perfect by all means. I have arthritis all over me, so on and so forth. But when I find an area that is like, doesn't feel right or good, but I'm in the right anatomical position, I really try to tease it. I'll take a break to allow my body to recover. Then I'll come back again. Somehow, like I always say, try to be persistent. The second, the third, the fourth time, those neurons starts to come together and they're making friends with that sensation. Know that it's easy, but it's doable. If you run away from it, what's going to happen is, I cannot do this, and then I cannot do this, and I cannot do this. Your world becomes really small. And then 10 years from now and 15 years from now, you lost all of those little opportunities to invest in your body, okay? So that's really, really important. There's a balance between doing something that might talk you, okay, or something that feels uncomfortable, but you're going to baby it and work, with it. Go in the deep end. All right, here we are. Take your block, take your noodle, and the setup is going to be like so. You're on the left side of your body. Make a pillow with your block. Bend your knees, and your noodle is in front of you. Keep your left hand on the noodle, and now open your right arm in a T position, and your right arm may not go too far, and that's okay because we're just warming up. Lift your back ribs, open your chest, and then come all the way forward. Inhale, open your heart, and as you're opening to the right, your right pecs, the chest is coming to the left in opposition. Breathe and lift your back ribs. Slowly come forward. Do it again. Open your heart. Inhale. This time, drop your fingers down towards the floor. Your palm is up, and now the wrist is coming towards the ceiling energetically. So you're extending your hand here. Keep breathing. Extension of the wrist, and now flex your wrist, bring your fingers towards your elbow. Wiggle your hips a little bit if you feel like some sensations. Slowly neutralize your hand, come all the way forward. Good, little shoulder roll. Good. Inhale, right hand on your noodle. Take it over your head, extend your right leg out. Press the right foot on the floor and now lengthen through the lateral side of your body here. With your next breath, bend your right knee to the noodle. Stay bent or extend your leg on the noodle. Open your arm to the right, gaze to the right. Inhale, hand over your head, extend your right leg. Fingertips on the floor, right foot grounded. Press the outer blade of your right foot. Lift your ribs off the floor, even if they don't leave the floor. And breathe in here. Breathe through the front, the side, and the back. With your next breath, lift your right leg. Swing it all the way to the left on your noodle or bend your right knee. Open your right arm to the right. Gaze to the right is an option. Slowly come all the way up. Release it. Push the floor and come up. Little shoulder roll. Good. Change sides. This time, before you go and get too comfortable, bring your weights close by you, right next to the foam roller at the edge there. Resting on the right side of your body. Right hand rests on the foam roller. Bend both knees. Lengthen your tailbone. Inhale, open your left arm. Any amount, but your chest is coming towards your foam roller. Breathe. Slowly bring it forward. Inhale, open your heart. Breathe and lengthen. Use your breath. Notice if you're just shallow breathing. Chest comes forward, arm goes back. Slowly come forward. Inhale, open your arm. Fingers towards the floor, lift your wrist towards the ceiling energetically. Bring your chest towards your foam roller. Enough flexion. Bring your fingers towards your elbow. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Neutralize your hand. Bring it all the way forward. Take a little rest. Inhale, lift your left leg up like again. You have that little resistance. Extend your leg in front of you. Rest your leg on the foam roller. Open your arm to the left. Gaze to the left this time. Lengthen your hips. Breathe in here. Even though you open, the chest is coming to the right in opposition. With your next breath, bring your hand back. Take your leg all the way back to neutral. Notice what you feel along the way. Notice what you're poking into and what you're releasing and the new space you're creating. Lift your left leg with resistance. Extend your leg in front of you. Drop your left leg to your foam roller. Open your arm to the left. Breathe and lengthen. Ribs are coming or your chest coming to the right. Lift your ribs off the floor even if they don't leave the floor. Notice if you're tensing up, try to relax. Breathe where it's hard to breathe, even a little bit at a time. Slowly come back to neutral rest. Extend your left leg all the way out. Press the outer blade of your foot. Lift your left hand over your head, cupcake your hand. And now breathe through the lateral side of your body. Use your breath like you have an enormous balloon through your chest, through your belly, through your low back. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Let's do one of those twisties again. Bring your left leg forward. Open your arm to the left. Take it back again. Extend your left arm. Extend your left leg. For 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly release. Come back home. Good. Move your noodle out of your way. Find your weights in front of you. Right hand is holding the weight. Left hand is holding the weight. And now bring your palms together. Lift your left arm. Remember, use that resistance. Draw the shoulders down away from your ears and now pull and open your arm. Lift your leg like you have a band. Pull. Lengthen your tailbone. Slowly bring your hand all the way forward. Use your core. Drop your left leg down. Inhale. Shoulders away from your ears. Lift your left arm, slow and control. Notice what's working on the way. Take it back behind you. Not all the way, just halfway. Lift your left leg. Keep breathing here. Find the edge of that ceiling, and now you're resisting it. Front ribs coming forward. With control, hollow your belly. Bring your weight all the way down. Drop your leg like you're squeezing a ball. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Take it just behind your shoulder, just a little bit. Plug the arm in. Lift your left leg up. Extend your leg forward. Squeeze. Muscle to bone. Lift your chest up. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring your left hand all the way forward. Bend your knee and lower down and rest. Take your left arm over your thigh. Inhale. Take your arm behind you. Use your triceps. Front ribs coming forward. Lift your left leg up. Resist it. If you just go like this, it's nothing. Pull the band from the bone. Shoulders back behind you. Bring your arm all the way to your thigh. Lower down, lower down, lower down. Inhale, lengthen your tailbone, core active. Press your bottom glute to the floor. That's going to help you to keep your pelvis in neutral. Lift your left arm. Kick it behind you. Use those triceps, widen your collarbone. Lift your leg up. Extend the leg. Push. Press the bottom hip down. Lift your ribs off the floor. Your leg is towards the back wall, not forward, the back wall. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly come forward, lower down, and rest. Okay. Lift your left palm up. Hug muscle to bone. You're going to take it all the way forward and over your head. Plug the arm in. Plug the arm in. Press your bottom hip down to the floor. Lift your left leg up. Extend it out. Lift your chest towards the crown of your head. For 3, Plug the arm in, 2 and 1. Slowly bring the hand forward to your hip. Lower down and rest. One more. Inhale. Press your bottom hip down to the floor. Anchor your hip. Lift your chest. Lift your left arm with control. Bring it forward. Take it over your head. Plug the arm in. Find your band. Lift the leg up. Extend. Lift your chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hand all the way forward. Take a little rest. You have your bottom hand with your weight. Take your opposite hand just in front of your chest. Plug the arm in. Press your bottom hip down to the floor, the outer glute. Bend your right elbow. Keep your upper arm. Bend your right elbow for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower, 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 and lower. Hover. Bend for 3 and 2 and 1. Your whole body is active. Press your bottom hip down. Lower, 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 and lower. Hover your hand. Lift for 3 and hold. Lift for 2 and hold. Lift for 1 and hold. Lower, 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 and lower. Lift for 3 and hold. Lift for 2 and hold. Lift for 1 and hold. Lower and hold. Lower and hold. Lower and hold. Hover here. Lift up for 1. Lower down for 1. Lift up for 1. It's little. And lower. Glutes active. Lift for 1 and hold. Lower. Lift for 1 and hold. Pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release and rest. Stretch out your legs in front of you. Breathe here. Release your left hand. Open your left hand behind you. Gaze over to the left is a great option. Breathe like you got out of bed and you're stretching your whole body. Breathe. Slowly come home. Release. Option, take a weight behind your left knee. Keep your knees separated just a little bit. Press your bottom hip down to the floor. The outer glute is anchoring you in. Inhale. Now pull the band. Kick your leg behind you, but keep your chest and your hips steady. Nothing is moving except for your glutes doing an extension here. Bring it back in. Lower down, but don't touch. Press your bottom hip. Lift and hold. Kick your leg behind you. Lift your chest. Front lower ribs down. No back bend. Bring it in. Lower. Don't forget your bottom hip. Lift and hold. Kick behind you. Breathe here. Now listen. Drop your knee towards the floor. Adduction. Don't touch. You can't touch properly. And then lift it up. Whoa. Don't lose your bottom hip. Press your knee down behind you. Squeeze. And then lift it up. One more. Take it behind you. Squeeze. Bring it all the way up. Bring it forward to neutral. Inhale. And now you're going to do flexion. Bring it in. Tap the floor. Lift it up. Neutral. Bring it in. Core active. Tap the floor in front of you. Pull the band. Neutral. Don't be sloppy. Forward flex. Tap. Lift. Neutral, lower the leg and rest. Excellent. Come all the way up to a seat. Oh, open your legs wide. Give yourself a little massage over your knees. Shoulder rolls. Now your legs can be a little closer if you feel that you're struggling, okay? From here, lift your chest all the way up, inhale. Rotate your rib cage to the left. Drop your left forearm, reach your hands and your toes are turning to the left. Slowly come all the way up. Inhale. Rotate to the right. Drop your toes to the right. Right forearm, reach and rotate. Take your left fingertips to align with your right fingers. Your left glute may be off the floor, but pull the left hip back and down. Shine a light where you feel it the most. Slowly come up. Oh, take a moment, let it all settle down. Breathe. Super, super important. Mobility, way before stretching. Mobility is very important for your joints, for the texture of your tissue. Let's do one more. Lift your palms up, inhale. Turn your toes to the left as your left forearm comes down. Now reach your ribs, reach. Then align your right fingertips with your left. Hollow your belly, now draw the right hip back, even if it doesn't touch, but breathe in there. Notice what is this side exhibiting, where do you need to breathe and shine a light. Breathe as long as you can, pause as long as you can. Slowly lift your arm, come all the way up. Little circles with your wrists. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to the right, drop your toes to the right. Right forearm down, reach your left fingertips, hollow your belly. Draw the left hip and the left ribs to the left. Now breathe inside of that. When you feel stiffness, don't run away from it. Poke it even with a little bit of breath and a little bit of light and a little exhalation. And then after a little time, you can breathe longer. You can shine brighter light in there. Slowly come all the way up. Shoulder rolls, good. Bend your legs. We'll take it to the other side. You're on the left side of your body now. Find your weights in front of you. Grab the left hand with your weight. Grab your right hand with your weight. Depress the shoulders. Press your bottom hip, the outer glute to the floor. Lift your right palm up behind you. Lift your leg. Find your band. Squeeze that imaginary wall. Plug the arm in. Lift your chest. Slowly bring your hand all the way forward with control. Nothing noodly. Drop your leg like you're squeezing a ball. Shoulders away from your ears. Lift your chest. Glutes active. Lift your right arm. Slow up. Slightly behind your shoulder. Chest forward. Pull the band with your leg. Lift. Hold it. Breathe. Bottom hip down to the floor for 3, 2, 1. Bring your hand all the way forward with control. Drop your right leg down. Inhale, shoulders down. Squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your right arm slow. Right behind your shoulder, lift your leg up. Keep breathing here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come forward, slow. Notice what's working every step of the way. That's your stability. Drop your leg all the way down. Take a little rest. Take your right hand on your thigh. Lift your palm up, inhale. Take it behind you, exhale. Lift your right leg up. Fire up those glutes. Lift your chest for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring your leg forward, forward, forward. Lower down, bend your knee and lower. Wiggle your hips. You're mobilizing as much as you're stabilizing. Shoulders back and down. Lift your arm, take it on your hip. Lift your arm off your hip, take it behind you. Use those triceps. Lift your leg up, extend it out. Chest forward. Breathe in here. Lift that leg to the imaginary wall for 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way forward. Lower down. Bend your knee neutral. One more time on this arm. Lift it up, inhale. Take it to your hip. Take it behind you. Triceps, lift your leg, extend the leg out. Bottom hip is grounded. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your palm all the way forward. Lower down and rest. Bring your right hand on your hip. Press your bottom hip down. Squeeze your inner thighs and lift your chest. Lift your right palm to shoulder height. Bring it in front of you and over your head. Plug the arm in. Lift your right leg. Kick the leg out. Keep breathing for 4, 3. Plug the arm into the socket. 2, 1. Bring your right hand all the way forward to your hip. Bend your leg and rest. Inhale. Press your bottom hip, lift your chest. Squeeze your inner glutes. Lift your right palm forward and over your head. Plug the arm in. Lift your leg up with your band. Kick it out. Push and lift your ribs off the floor. Breathe here. Hug muscle to bone for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Slowly come forward. Lower down your hand and lower down your leg. Take a little rest. Good. Take your weight behind your knee. Inhale, shoulders back. Bottom glute is active. Lift your right leg up. Keep everything as it is. Kick your leg behind you. Use those glute maximus, the big glutes behind you. Bring it back in. Squeeze the ball slow. Lift and hold. Kick it behind you. Drop the knee towards the floor behind. And lift it up, forward and down. Lift and hold. Kick it behind you. Lower down. Lift, forward and down. Inhale, lift and hold. Kick it behind you. Drop it down to the floor. Lift it up behind you, stay. Kick it down to the floor. Lift it up. One more. Kick. Your bottom hip is not sleeping. Lift it up. Bring it forward, and I bring it all the way forward towards your chest. Crash the imaginary ball. Lift it up. Adduction, bring it in down to the floor. Pull it out with control. Lower it down. One more, lift it up. Lower down. Lift it up, take the weight out of there. Stay here and rest. Breathe in and breathe out. Wiggle your hips a little bit. All right, here we go, last set. Bottom hand is doing the work. Extend your left arm. Hug muscle to bone. Lift your hand 2 inches off the floor. That's your starting point. Lift up for 1 and hold. Lift 2, lift 3. Lower 3. Hold. Lower 2. Hold. Lower 3. Hover. Bottom hip is grounding you. Lift 1 and hold. Lift 2 and hold. Lift 3. Lower, lower, lower. Lift for 1. Lift for 2. Lift for 3. Pull. Lower for 3. 2 and 1. Stay here. Lift up for 1. Pull it down. Don't touch the floor. Lift up for 1. Pull it down. Pull up for 1. Hold it here. Pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Little. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release and come all the way. Take a moment here. Breathe. Breathe through every cell in your body. Everything has been working today. And slowly come up to a seat. Take a shoulder roll. If you're able to sit in Vajrasana Japanese style on a block, your knees are bent, and the block is in between your legs, you can even put 2 blocks in there. Open your arms out in a T. Your thumbs are down. Option 1, you give yourself a hug and then grab your shoulders and pull your shoulders down. Then hollow your belly and draw the shoulder blades towards the back wall, as if you're rounding your upper back and your mid back a little bit. Option 2, eagle your arms, elbows forward, shoulders back and down. Shoulders back and down. Then widen the space between your shoulder blades. And breathe in there. The key is to drop your shoulders down and to create space between your shoulder blades. Breathing there. Turn your nose to the left and to the right. Slowly release. Let it go. Shoulder rolls. Open your arms in a T. This time your left elbow under the right, or give yourself a hug, or intertwine. Elbows forward, shoulders back and down, then widen the space between your shoulder blades. Visualize a lot of light between your ribs in the back, between your shoulder blades, trickling down your spine. Slowly release and let it go. Good job, everyone. All right. So, find the block and find a weight. Your right leg is in front of you. If you need any padding for your knee, please do so. Your right arm now, remember, shoulders away from your ears, and your front ribs want to sway forward, hug them in so there's no banana shape in your mid-back. Your left hand is on the block, on the medium setting, maybe on the tall setting for some of you. Inhale, now listen, hollow your belly, tuck your left toes under. Knee over your wrist, and now lift your right arm. But keep your chest steady. If that's too hard, you can do it with no weight. And then slowly lower your hand, lift your left knee to a lunge. Stay here or take your arm behind you. Use those triceps. Drop your left knee down to the floor. Drop your hand, inhale. Hollow your belly. Lift your arm to the right. T position. Keep your chest steady. Lower your hand down. Take it behind you. Lift your left knee. Core active. Glute. Your whole body is working here, but everything is working like a teamwork. Nothing is taking over. Now listen. Drop your right hand. You can drop your knee if you wish, or stay here. Open your arm to a T. Breathe, hollow your belly. Drop your right hand, inhale. Exhale, tricep. For 3, 2, 1. Drop your right hand and drop your knee and drop your knee and hallelujah, rest. Ooh, okay. So notice how gravity plays a big, big, big role in here. Now I say again and again, let your whole body work as one unit. If you let your shoulder take over, if you let your knee take over, if you forget your core and the front ribs, your body is going to work way harder. And then your weaknesses or where you have issues, it's going to exhibit itself even more, okay? Here we are, side B. Left leg forward. Your block is on the medium setting, knee over your hip, tuck your right toes under. Hollow your belly. Those glutes are stabilizing you. You should feel your glutes active and alive now. Take your left hand alongside your body with your weight. Hollow your belly, inhale. Lift your left arm. Notice if your body wants to sway one way or another. If the weight is too heavy, make a fist. Lower your hand down, inhale. Take it behind you. Widen your collarbone, lift your right knee. Glutes active. Your belly is off the floor. For 3. Lift your belly off your thigh. For 2. And 1. Drop your right knee and drop your right hand. Shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, open to a T. Breathe. I feel it as well. That's why I'm doing this, because I need this. Lower your hand down. Inhale. Tricep, widen your collarbone. Lift your leg up. Shoulders back. Chest forward. Engage your quad muscles, your hamstrings. For 3. Visualize your hand is leaving the block, but don't rely on it. Drop your left hand down. Drop your right knee down. Okay, here we are. Inhale. Option, keep your right knee off the floor. Open your arm or keep your knee down. Hollow your belly. Bring your left hand down. Tricep. Hollow your belly and away from your thigh. Drop your left hand by your leg. Inhale. Exhale, T. Breathe in here. Drop your left hand. Last one, triceps, shoulders away from your ears. For 3, 2, 1. Lower down, lower down. Oh my goodness. Woo! Have a seat on a block. My goodness me. Okay. You know, it's like a love-hate relationship. When I find something is out of my comfort zone, I remind myself, maybe I need this. Woo! Okay, shoulder rolls, shoulder rolls, shoulder rolls. Little wrist massage. Make your fist and turn your wrists. Open and close your fingers. And for some of you, sitting like that is not good. It's always good to have a chair, you know, let your body recover in a good way. And then take your left hand in front of you, right hand right over those fingers. And I bring the wrist forward, shoulder backward. Change it up. Slowly release. Come up. Okay, we have one more little something, 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 and then we'll have fun stretching everything out. So watch me for a moment. Move any obstacles out of your way. I have my weights here, like just because they're here, okay? And then we're gonna balance on the leg, left leg, and then I'm gonna curtsy, but when I curtsy, my belly bulges out as I inhale. Sit back on a chair. Now, for some of you, you're just here. It's little. Or for some of you, you're here, but go slow and gradual. Push through that left leg, and then you balance. Maybe you're here. Balance, okay? So, here we are. Right toes on the floor. Your standing leg is your left leg. Lift it up and balance. Lift your mid-back off your low back. And as slowly inhale, bulge your belly, little curtsy behind you. Sit back. Remember, don't go too far, too fast. If you have knee issues especially. Now belly in, power that left glute. Tap the floor or lift your leg up. Take it behind you. Inhale, bulge your belly. Widen your collarbone, chest open. Push the left glute up, 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 up. Lift. Inhale, bulge your belly. Go slow and control. Breathe. Maybe your weights come a little forward, your shoulder come back. Power that left glute slow. Lift your leg. Maybe you extend your leg all the way forward. Woo! Shoulders broad for 3, 2, 1. Take it behind you, bulge your belly. Inhale. Oh, that left glute is talking. It's all good stuff. For 3, 2, hollow your belly. Lift it off your thighs. Power through the left glute. Lift or extend. For 3, 2, 1.5, 1, 0. Come back. Shake it off. Ah. Okay, side B. Standing leg is your right leg. Come to your tippy toes. Fire up the right glute. Take a note where it is. Lift your left leg up. Now, just so you know, I have my middle finger and my thumb. No, my middle finger and my index finger just hooking the weight. Okay, just feels comfortable. Okay, here we go. Inhale, hollow your belly, hold your breath, sit back on a chair. You're warming up, so go slow. Hollow your belly again. No banana shake. Push through the right glute. Lift and hold. Woo. Breathe. Press the mount of your big toe. Really important for balance. To internally rotate the hip. Inhale, bulge your belly. Widen your collarbones. Maybe your weight comes forward. Belly in. Exhale, push. Breathe. Notice why this leg might be different. Breathe. Inhale, bulge your belly. Sit back. Exhale, power the right glute. Come all the way up. Stay here or extend the leg. Inhale. This is really hard for me on this side, but I'm persevering with it. I'm not letting my mind take over. I'm letting my wisdom take over here. Power the right glute. Push. Woo! Breathe in here. Extend your leg. Press the man of your big toe a lot. Bend your knee if you need to, if it's easier. Less is more. Take that leg all the way behind you. Last one. Inhale. Shine a light on your knee joints. Wonderful work here. Power. Breathe. Extend your leg. Widen your collarbone. The right glute is on fire for 3 and 2 and 1. Oh my goodness me. Get rid of all those weights. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Okay, bring your noodle. Good work, everyone. Bring your noodle, bring your foam roller, and bring your block. So for now, let's lay on the left glute and just give it a little love towards the outer glute, the hip joint. Bend your bottom leg and then your top leg, or any other way that works for you. And breathe. Press all your weight on the noodle. So you're right along the outer hip and the glute. You can come to your forearm if it's easier for you. Crash the foam roller, crash the foam roller. Breathe here. You can also lift your knees towards the back of your glutes and towards the side. Back of your glutes, side. Oh yeah, I just released my mid-back, believe it or not. Forward. Now, if you just go through the motion, not gonna happen. You need to press into the noodle or foam roller, then you move. With that pressure, you're flushing out all those toxins. Good, now listen. Extend your, take the noodle all the way to the left and then bend your right knee like a frog. Okay, tuck your left toes under, and now again, you can go up and down, or you can just roll up and down towards your lower belly and just crossing the crease of your thigh. Do not go above your belly button. Do not go above your belly button. Just massage here, side to side. So we're working all those hip flexes, and we work the glutes. Use your breath here. And now move a little slower, and now you're scraping that tissue. Go all the way towards you, the hip bone. You'll feel a little bump when you're coming below your belly button there. Good. Slowly release it. We're staying on that side. Here is your setup. You have your noodle right in the middle of your thigh. I want you to scoot your body all the way back. All the way back. The left leg is going all the way back. Press that noodle, find your block, find your foam roller right under your side ribs. Okay, and now you have an option to put a block under your left forearm. If you don't have a block, just do one of those. Okay, sometimes see which one works best for you. And then you can roll forward and back. Cross your ankle, your top ankle is behind the bottom leg. And then crash the noodles and go forward and back. Forward and back. Go slow. Your body is already warmed up, so now you're doing the deep work. Okay, so there's like all those dead cells deep inside of you, and we're trying to floss them out. And maybe you find one spot that you need to stay. So I call those little gummy bears. If you feel like stiffness, that's like a gummy bear, and you're trying to stress the gummy bear until it slowly starts to turn into fluid. So your movement might be like 1 inch forward and 1 inch back. And wherever you are, it's resonating through the rest of your body because your fascia is a never ending, there's no beginning or end. It evolves through your body, deeply inside of you, not going outward, but inward. You may notice an urge to wiggle your ankles. That's a good sign. That means your body is flushing it out. The neurons are starting to communicate. Very common for some of you to feel your belly gurgling, detoxing. And now feel free to bend your right leg in a tree pose. And now you can go up and down over the foam roller. You can go up and down, you can go side to side. And you can even grab your left foot with your right hand. Those are just options. You're grabbing very softly, okay? You can also just bend your knee without grabbing. And you can bend and straighten your leg. That's another wonderful way. You might even feel it more by going slow, slow motion. Try to listen to the little whispers in your body. It doesn't always have to be big sensations. The little ones are the important ones. The slower you go, the more you're going to feel. Once in a while, wiggle your hips because you're releasing all of the fibers that might be pressing on a nerve. Cross fiber, right and left. And now you might feel that it feels a little different than when you started. Press that noodle, press that noodle. Awesome. Slowly come up. Ah, so good. Give a moment for the blood flow, the fluid in your body. We go to the other side. Keep your noodle and block aside for now. You're gonna come on the right side, the right glute, or the outer glute there. Bend your bottom leg, bend your top leg in front of it. For now, stay on your hand just to put a little more weight there. And like I said, when you're here, you're also talking to your low back, to your hips, to your ribs. Come down to the forearm. Breathe in here. Go slow. You can go all the way to the top of the hip, but do not touch the soft part where your waistline is. Ooh, yeah, and then rock your left knee forward and back. Couple of times, just trying to create a little mobility here, flushing it out. Good, and now glide your foam roller all the way to the right. Your left knee stays in a frog position on the floor. Come to your forearms. Go forward and back. You're not going above your navel, your belly button there. Cross your thigh all the way to the bony part of your hip, and then down across your thigh. Put the pressure on your foam. Okay, slowly come all the way down. You have your noodle. Scoot your right leg all the way to the back of your mat and put your noodle right in the middle of your thigh. Maybe about 5 inches above your knee. You have a block in case you need it, and then your foam roller is going right underneath. You can make a pillow with your hand, or you can extend your arm and use the block for your arm. Okay, here we are. Cross your top ankle behind the bottom leg, and then roll forward and back. Make sure that the foam roller is above your breast. For me, it feels good to rest my left hand on the block on the medium setting because it allows me to relax more. But everyone is different, so do what works for you. It's hard to move slowly. If you feel a little gummy bear, maybe stay there and allow it to melt any amount. Catch yourself shallow breathing. And take advantage to massage also the side of your ribs here. A lot going on in that region. So wherever you are, this helps to release the hips, the neck, the spine, the chest, the shoulder blade, the shoulder joint. So one time you can roll your ribs and one time you can roll your leg. Once in a while, you're doing a little hula hoop, a little dance with your hips to release any pull tissue in there that is waiting for you to release it. Stay here or bend your top leg in a tree pose. Ooh. And then you can bend and straighten your right leg slowly. Oh, yeah, this side is a little different, so I'm going to honor it in that way. Move slow. And explore what works best for you. You can also do like a little circle with your lower leg. And I love to find something different because that gives me amazing cues of where I am in my body, what may be causing discomfort, or where my body needed attention and I didn't even know it. Many times where you feel your pain, it doesn't come from there, it comes from another place. And then feel free to roll right and left. Your left knee probably will straighten a little bit. Cross fiber. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Excellent. Slowly come out of there. And I noticed that my right side needs a little bit more help, you know, so at your own time, if you find one area, please do so. Okay, so now we're gonna, if you don't have a block, you can use your foam roller. We're gonna take the block on the medium setting, and you're gonna take the block right under the base of your skull and the mandible here. See the jawline? So the edge, and then I'm gonna hook it. So there is traction. Okay, once you hook it here, you're gonna scoot your hips down. So watch. I'm on my right side. I'm gonna tilt the block right where I need it to be. And now look what I'm doing. I'm gonna scoot my body up. So now the block is flat. Then pull your bottom hand, your right hand. Now, once it's there, grab the block or your foam roller. Press your cervical spine all the way down there. Visualize you creating traction. And now from here, maybe you lift your chin up a little bit and then turn your nose to the left. Keep the pressure on the foam roller the whole time and then slowly come forward. Do whatever you feel, but keep the pressure and visualize how you're creating length between the base of your skull all the way down to your collarbone. Breathe. So 7 vertebrae in the cervical spine. And I feel like almost a headache going all the way to the right side of my head because there's tension in there. So breathe in and maybe get around that space that creates too much tension until it starts to give you more space. So use a lot of breath. Visualize the block sinking down, down, down. Once in a while, stick your tushy in and out. This is helping you to reset. Sink your cervical spine all the way. Take your top hand in front of you, bend the left elbow like a bow, and then open your heart. Take your arm behind you. And then bend the elbow and bring it forward. Keep the pressure on the block. Bend the elbow like a bow. Pull the elbow back, 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 back. Push it forward. One more time. Bend the elbow, pull it like a bow. Press your nose down. Gaze to the right, as if your eyes are turning to the right temple of your head. Slowly come forward. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, pull the elbow, gaze down towards your right corner of the eye. Slowly come center and release it. Come all the way up, shoulder roll. Massage your neck, gaze right and left softly. And then we go to the other side. Remember, take the corner of the block. I'm on my left side. Tilt the block, corner of the block under the base of your skull. Grab it with your right hand and look what I'm doing. I'm gonna lift my chest up until the block is flat. Lift your left hand off the floor and bring it forward even more. Once you've done that, scoot your hips a little bit, but your block is not moving. It's flat. Grab it, shoulders down, and then press the noodle, the block. Lift your chin up a little bit and back. And notice the difference here. As if your head is hanging over the block. Press the cervical spine. Once in a while, you might feel sensation traveling down the body. Wiggle your hips. Visualize your visual or your hope is to free your bones inside of your body. Like there's no attachments in there. And then your breath and your pillar of light can travel freely between your bones and your skin. When you feel stiffness, that means there's work that needs to be done in there, because when your tissue is hydrated, it makes you feel like you're floating in your body. That doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen if you don't put the work in. Keep pressing your block down, down, down. Wiggle your hips. Try to free those hips. Bring your top hand in front of you, bend the elbow like a bow, gaze towards the left corner of your eye. Come forward all the way, inhale. Exhale, bend the elbow, gaze towards the left corner of your eye. Breathe and feel. Wiggle your hips if you feel something. Bring it all the way forward, inhale. Last time, pull the elbow, gaze to the left corner of your eye. Wiggle those hips a little bit. Slowly come back. Turn the block on the low setting and rest on your back. Take a moment, press the back of your skull, grab the block. And now you're at the back of your skull. Go all the way to the left ear. And then all the way slowly to the right. And you might feel like you need to wiggle your hips a little bit because you're resetting that spine. And now take your foam roller right under your low back. Under your low back. So your glutes are off the floor. And now breathe in, drop your glutes towards the floor, but they're not touching. And then breathe into your belly here. Open your arms in a cactus or little V. Drop your knees right and left. Go slow. Iron out that tissue. Press all the way to your bone. Really crush the foam roller and drop your glutes down. Knees to the right and knees to the left slowly. You're pressing the foam roller the whole time. Good. And now slowly, slowly take the hips over the foam roller. Move the block out of your way. And now grab the edges of your foam roller, drop your knees right and left. Option, hug your knees or bring your knees to your chest. Circle your ankles, and then you can drop your knees to the right. And maybe stay there, feel what it feels like. You can even do little circles on the side or up front. Press your hips on the foam roller. Breathe into your spine. Going side to side really allows you to lengthen the QL muscles, your lats, all those muscles along your spine, the rectus spinae, and just to create more mobility and freedom in your mid-back even. Slowly lower your legs, move the noodle or foam roller out of your way, stretch your legs out and feel. Ah, so good. Notice the blood flow. Notice your tingling. Acknowledge all the beautiful work your body did from head to toes, creating a beautiful sense of strength and stability, mobility, myofascial release, breathing, learning how to work your body. The most important thing is educating your body and being curious enough to figure out little cues that your body gives you. take a moment to internalize the gift you've given yourself, the gift of time, of self-care. Bend your knees, come all the way up to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart center. We'll take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Give yourself a hug. Cross and remind yourself that you deserve all the goodness. You deserve to give you compassion and love and time and patience and acceptance. And then when you do, it's easy to give to others. I love you all dearly. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. See you Sunday and see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.